Concrete is one of the most versatile blocks in Minecraft, but gosh darn it, is it hard to harvest. Hey guys, it's Chad. I've shown off a tutorial on how to make a concrete harvester before, but that one, it would push the blocks around and you would still have to walk around and harvest up all the blocks, which took a little bit of time. This new design by Gexu is completely AFK-able, where you can just set it up to run and then walk away from your computer. So let's check it out.
So here we are inside of Minecraft, and you can see that this auto concrete AFK farm is already working. I wanted to show this to you because there's a technique to get it started so that you don't have to like tape down your mice or anything like that. And you can actually tell that my hands are off the mouse because it's a little hard to clap without both your hands and snap, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and stop that there. And you can see this is the AFK situation. This is what the entire farm is. It only takes up a 5x6 area. In fact, it doesn't even take up that. It takes up really a 6x4 area in order for you to work with. It's really, really nice. It works really, really fast. This is an efficiency 5 pick. And it's keeping up with the quickness of the efficiency 5. Now, if you did have a haste beacon on this, it wouldn't be able to keep up with that because it's basically an insta break. But you can see how powerful this can be for your world. This works with concrete blocks, from turning concrete powder into just normal concrete. You can see the amount that we have down there. We have some whole bunch of concrete powder right here. But here, let's pull this out and just give you an idea of just how fast this is. And it could also work with other things that you might use fortune picks for. So diamonds, coal, redstone, lapis, all of those. If you happen to mine a lot of the ores with silk touch and then wanted to break them all using fortune, you could do that all at once without too much work. So some time just passed. Wow, you can see we almost got a full stack of these. This is very, very nice because you don't have to move around in order to pick these blocks up. You just stand still. So let's go ahead and build it. Here are the things that you will need in order to build it. First off, just any type of building block. I like to use diamond because it's so nice. And then this amount of items you need. All of this plus one, all these things down here in this little L. And then, of course, whatever pick you're going to use in order to break your items. First off, you're going to want to be in creative mode. Wow, that's pretty funny. First off, the space that you're going to want to work with is going to be a 5x6. So we're going to clear that out. There we go. And on the edge that has the 6, you're going to find that middle and go a little bit off to the side. Now, one cool thing is that this can be expanded quite easily. I'm going to show you the basic version of this, but remember that if you wanted to add a whole bunch more storage chests, you easily could. You're going to put a hopper off to the side and make sure that it's facing into that chest, and then put a hopper on top of that. And then you're going to create a platform for you to stand right there. And then on the back, you're going to come up 2 blocks. Now you're going to want to put down an oak plank. And the reason that you're using an oak plank is even with an efficiency pick, it will take a long time to mine out oak. You could, of course, put something like obsidian there if you really, really wanted to make sure that you weren't going to mine it out. But that will help just in case the pick kind of breaks through the block and then is still trying to mine for just half a second. Next, what we're going to do is going to build up a little bit of a wall, and we're also going to build a little bit of an L right there. And then we're going to block it up like such, and then add a roof on top of that. And these will just help with blocks not bouncing all over the place. Now we're going to put down our water source right here, and it'll flow just like that. And that will help if we ever want to make the concrete. It'll touch the water, because concrete, if you were unaware, the way that concrete is made, just as a quick refresher course here, is that you need the powder down. And so you put down powder, and it acts like sand. And then once you cover that powder in water, just like that, it will become actual concrete. So this, which wasn't touched by water, isn't concrete. So you need to do that. And then you have to mine it up in order to have the block. So it's a really, really big pain. So you have that flowing water right there. Next, you're going to build a little platform just like this. And we're building these out of slabs so that we can still open up this chest from below. Then you're going to put an observer block with the face facing into this little area. See his face? It needs to be right there, and you'll know based off that red little dot right there. Then you'll need a dropper, and that will be facing this way. So both faces need to be facing towards the player. Then you're going to put a repeater on this side and a repeater on this side and give one delay right there and redstone connecting it up. Finally, you're going to add a little bit of extra storage on the top. You could do it from really any side that is accessible. I like this right here because it looks kind of nice when you just place your chest right there. If you want to expand upwards, all you have to do is put a hopper into the side of that chest like so, and then up, and then on the side of that chest like so, and then up and up, and keep going on until infinity. If you want to expand down here, all you have to do, we're going to have to break a few blocks in order just to get to it, but you would add them down this direction. So you would add a chest here and here and here and here, and then a whole bunch of hoppers going into it there and where I'm standing, which is impossible. There we go, just like that. And the hoppers will continue to bring those down, and you can just have access to those just like that. So let's go ahead and fill our dispenser here, or dropper here, I should say, with a little bit of powder. And remember, we could be just adding this to the chests up here. So let's grab a little bit of powder, and you can see that it is taking it out as we speak and depositing it into our dropper right here. So how this works is that the observer block will see an update happen right here in front of us. It will send a redstone signal over to this dropper, which will refill our hand. All you have to do is put the concrete powder in your offhand, just like this, and then put the pick that you want in your normal hand. And this really only works in survival, so let's go ahead and switch like that. So as I put down this concrete powder by using right-click, you'll see that it adds another concrete powder into my inventory. You do want to keep a little bit of a buffer here, so you don't want to just have only one, start with only one. Let's go ahead and mine this out just to show you, because once you put it down, there's a good chance that it's not going to be fast enough and keep up, like so. So you do want a little bit of a buffer there. And then the technique that I'm using to mine this super duper fast is I'm holding down right click. So right click is being held down right now. And then while I'm holding down right click, I hold down left click. And I've actually shown this in a tip before. This is a great way to mine up gravel really fast if you're trying to get flint for a whole bunch of arrows and say UHC. This technique will allow you to auto place what is in your offhand faster than the one that is mining. We'll try to get to the one behind it, which is really, 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 really helpful. Now, the technique that I used in order to not need to tape down my my mouse or anything like that is if you hit F11, which is the toggle full screen button on Mac and on PC. On Mac, if you're on a laptop, you may have to hold down function F11. If you hold down F11 and then as the transition is happening from windowed to full screen, you pick up your fingers from the mouse, then the game will not realize that your fingers are released. So I'm going to do that, and there's going to be a little bit of glitchiness as I do that. Oop, I didn't do it. There we go. So I am moving I'm moving the mouse around. I'm still in game, but Both hands are off of the keyboard and mouse. So this is an AFK-able farm. Very, very, very nice. And then whenever you want to have the game stop doing this, all you have to do is just tap your mouse, and then it realizes like, whoa, hey, oh, whoa. Oh, there we go. Click forward. I just had to click forward. This pick is fast. And as you can see, we have already harvested a ton, multiple stacks of concrete, and we've already gone through our concrete powder. One thing to note is that this will have to only be used with a single type of thing to be harvested at any one time. You can't put in, say, concrete powder and then diamond behind it. And that is because once it gets to this dropper here, and this is just how droppers work, is that eventually this concrete powder will get so low that it'll have an empty spot just like this, and it would put the diamond ore into that empty slot. And then there's a chance that it would fire and give you concrete powder, or there's a chance that it would fire and give you the diamond ore. And unfortunately, your hand is the weak link here because your hand can only have one type of block in it. So it may be trying to feed you blocks that you can't switch out of because you're AFK. So you can only use this with one type of block at a time. But it's a very amazing design.
Once again, big thanks to Gexu for creating this, and make sure you check out his original video in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMGcraft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Please leave a comment down below, letting me know your thoughts, and please subscribe to the channel for more tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights. See you next time.